but the margin for error is just so slim.
Yeah. But on the same vein, Absa can very much combo Arcane. Despite him being a little more of a midway, he's very heavy.
Sure.
So,
yep.
Yeah. You cannot do it. Absa has the luxury of being able to drift out of a lot of Arcane's combos. I mean, you don't want to drift there, but...
Exactly. I mean, every time I see that, I have to assume that Penguin didn't think Bear 1 would link to back air 2.
Yeah, it's tough to know on the fly if it's going to happen. Because if you hold in, you get hit by another back air. And if you hold out, you kind of...
Yeah.
You kind of just die. For Absa, if you're holding out, you're holding out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big start here for Xaro, though. Yeah, definitely a KO percent here, but... There are ways to live long as Arcane in this match. You just gotta be a little bit careful. I feel like the low profile for Arcane is actually a huge deal in this matchup too.
No, it can be, yeah. Like being able to CC things, being able to crouch, and general CC things like Cloud and F-tilt, which are general zoning tools, it's pretty big.
Okay, yeah, good DI.
To close the gap, and that's the one thing Arcane wants to do because he doesn't really have a lot of large hitboxes like Absa does. So he wants to kind of stay outside of the F-tilt range and be able to whip punish.
Also does seem like it makes it a little bit tougher to consistently hit the sweet spot on the landing aerials.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's why you'll probably see Penguin sometimes do things like cloud tosses like that. He might do he might do F-tilt, jab, down tilt, like
down tilt catch the DI mix up.
Or things that will allow him to drop to the ground like with a hitbox that will actually more easily hit Arcane.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, yep, sliding down, down smash. You gotta like kind of. That's another form of asserting dominance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is my spot.
It's my spot. Who do you think you are?
Oh yeah, that was really scary drifting by that puddle like that, man.
You might have wanted to get Penguin to tech in.
Yep.
You can see now.
I always love those kinds of mind games among top level players. He's like, you know that I know that you know that I know.
Yeah, you know that I know this, but I'm still killing you for knowing that you know that I know this.
Yeah, and speaking of, somehow Penguin taking the lead here after what was a pretty strong start for Xaro.
Yeah, caught a really good tech on the just zip one.
Yeah,
big ball jump. Yeah, got a really good tech chase on that top platform with an up air because up air is large enough to cover that whole platform. It's just a little slow, but teching it always gets it.
That's not gonna confirm if he doesn't have the puddle extension, though, right? Yeah, that's great.
And that's again like it's the one thing that Xaro has like on lock every single time. He has droplet setups, he has droplet confirms, ready to go, just off it.
Yeah, and there's another one. Okay. Oh, the cloud ate the droplet.
Yeah, it really did.
That's actually kind of a big deal right now.
Yeah, that's
okay. Great spacing.
Yeah, so this could be somehow an up smash kill.
Oh, not quite.
This could somehow be an up smash.
Totally. Yeah, if one of these clouds gets parried, it looks like Penguin is knowingly keeping them a little bit above the ground right now for that reason. But that was kind of scary. Look out.
Trying to really throw them in bait as opposed to just trying hitting Xaro or anything else. Yeah,
not DI by Xaro, and
no, he does
follow up.
Yeah, such a clean chase there. That little gravity jump, double jump back air.
Those, that was great.
That was so clean.
I find those situations at high percent to be really frustrating sometimes because it's like you get the neutral opener that you know would take a stock if they were at a more reasonable percent. But that was just such good knowledge from Penguin that there's going to be enough hits done that he could keep that chase going. That was great.
All right, and just like that, are we running it back?
Okay.
All right, game 2, back to Merchant Port. Xaro said like, okay, no, that was winnable. That was
totally.
That was definitely winnable. I made one mistake, maybe. Definitely can do it. Penguin's like, I mean, you want to go back?
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, what stages if they didn't have the ability to ban, where would you or like actually no, from the Abs's perspective, what are you absolutely trying to ban here?
Blazing Hideout for starters.
Sure.
More than likely, Gates, maybe FD.
Sure.
Because you can get away with, like, Abs is good on a lot of stages. Honestly,
yeah. There's that up air catching that entire platform again.
Yeah, again, just like Xaro teched on the platform, and it just gives Penguin more time to react and catch him with the up air.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, the 3 stages I've probably been, at least against Orcane specifically, are all great down smash. Yeah, Blazing Gates, probably FD, just because there's no platforms to mix up your recovery with, so you get caught by bubbles a lot more.
Yep, for sure.
But otherwise, every other stage is fine. Abs is fantastic on all those stages.
Yep, and this then is the stage that gives her the next best easy access to like mid-height platforms. So I think this makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Like if Rockwall wasn't so polarizing against Absa, I could see going there. Fire Capital's very large, so neutral would be longer.
Yep.
So I think in general, I personally don't like that stage, but like that's just a matter of like the stage itself. You know, it's just. Oh, there you go. Down smash.
It's always more important how you feel as a player in terms of comfort than whatever the theory pick would say. But
I mean, yeah, because you don't know if your opponent is even going to go to a stage that your character doesn't like, you know?
Yep.
Because, like, if your opponent doesn't like FD, you don't need to worry about banning. That's kind of something I think that, like, top players who play each other a lot wind up taking into account just as much as, like, character adaptation.
Oh, he knew. The way that Penguin drifted all the way out to the right to catch that confirm. Incredible. Okay, more ping pong.
Yeah, I love ping pong stuff. It's great.
It is definitely the coolest like aesthetic part of Apps' gameplay, if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, forward strong, catching some rough DI.
And again, like we're at like basically last
scary. Yep.
Just about like.
Yeah, I mean this is where we've seen some of those droplet confirms come into play. Instead, it's the up air. Absa up air covering that entire platform once again.
Yeah. He actually F-tilted him up into the air and then up-bead from the ground so he would stay actionable and then just up aired. Like it wasn't an F-tilt into an immediate up air because he figured, oh, it's gonna be too soon. But are we running it back again?
Sure. Hey, yeah, I mean, I will say it really does not look like the stage is the problem here. It's just
it's just like those momentary in-game adaptations, like the stuff that's happening like mid-game.
And it's all been last hits, so let's see if we get another one of those.
Yeah, again, like you said, it's been last hit every time. I feel like Xaro's like right there. It's just he's just getting caught out in his little habits and disadvantage, and Penguin's just taking it for the stock. Like,
yeah, it's like Penguin is making these like really deep. Like these are some pretty hard reads that are taking the stock, right? That's some classic apps and stuff.
Yeah, some little flat boost on that one.
Yep.
But like I should say, contextually speaking. Yeah,
it's the stuff where there's these slight little timing stalls that Penguin's doing where the defensive options will work against most apps is the defensive options that Xaro's picking. But
drop it into belly flop. I haven't seen that one before. That was kind of nice.
Just like the few times that I've played against Penguin, the thing that has just always struck me is like, it feels wrong to pick an option, then the next time you get into the exact same situation, you're like, alright, I remember, that was wrong. Do something else. It's like, wait, he's covering that perfectly too. From the same exact look. It's just so baffling. It's like, what do you even do about it? Up till not quite catching it. Okay.
Yeah. It reminds me of what Toph mentioned when Mango did play at 7-Eleven. Great players will have a list of things like options A, B, C, and D, and even greater players will know that the next option is B and then move straight to the counterplay, which is C.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I feel like that's what's happening here to a degree.
Okay, great jab down tilt, yep.
Yeah. Likely held out because he was worried he was going to get F-tilted at that percent. That'll lead into an upper, which is just a guaranteed kill, but it's the deadly 50-50 mix-up.
I think it makes a lot of sense for Penguin to go for the down tilt there, just because the position on the ledge is so strong.
Yeah, exactly, and with no puddle either.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, Penguin not getting caught by those double backers anymore.
Yeah, he's willing to hold in, at least in this case. Now the percent's climbing, 97. Oh my god.
This is such a strong game 3.
Yeah, next one's gonna do it. Next big hit's definitely gonna do it. You can see it.
Wait, why is he there?
Yeah.
Bounce rung though.
Bears not really hitting the sweet spots.
Yep.
A little too low, so.
If any character can get this early kill, it's Arcane. But
yeah, exactly.
The movement from Penguin is too good. There's the sweet spot aerial, and that is going to take the set 3-0. That was the epitome of, but it was close though.
3-0, but it was very close.
It was very close.
Stock. First 2 games, last hit. But Penguin is moving back into Grants to fight Mr. Nice Guy, the guy who beat him.
All right, so this is pretty exciting because, like we said before, we were a little bit wrong about the math that we were talking about earlier. It's not actually guaranteed that ZB will be getting the voucher for the 5th place finisher in the RCS standings. If Soul Rifle can take this next set, either of these next 2 sets, actually, to be more specific, against Penguin, Soul Rifle will win this event and get 5th and get the voucher. So there's actually a ton at stake here, and I have to imagine that, given the history that we touched on a little bit earlier, I think Penguin is gonna want to win this one. So, it's always a little interesting when there are asymmetric stakes, right? Because Penguin's gonna be at the RCS finals regardless. Already has a voucher locked up, all that. Yeah. But I think he's gonna be trying.
I mean, yeah, I would imagine he'll be trying, but I imagine from Soul Rifle, if he doesn't know about it, that pressure isn't mental.
That's interesting, yeah.
But if he does, then there's definitely a lot more for him going on to it. Aside from just having a major win, or at least an all-night major win.
Yeah,